Have you ever wondered if a single day, a single place, could change the course of history forever? It sounds like something out of a movie, but it happened. One battlefield, one fate. The world we know today was forged in the fire of a conflict that has echoed through generations. This isn't just a story from a dusty textbook, it's the story of how our present was decided in the past. Thousands of ships were gathering. An armada unlike any seen before. Fleets of aircraft prepared to dominate the skies. And hundreds of thousands of soldiers, from different countries, speaking different languages, were united by a single, solemn purpose. They knew what was at stake. They were about to step into the unknown, to face a determined and entrenched enemy. As dawn broke on that fateful day, the air crackled with tension. The world held its breath. The first wave of soldiers landed, storming the beaches under a hail of fire. The noise was deafening, a relentless roar of explosions, machine guns, and the shouts of men. It was chaos. It was terror. But amidst the horror, there was incredible bravery. Young men, barely out of their teens, advanced inch by bloody inch, driven by a conviction that what they were doing mattered more than their own lives. They fought for their comrades beside them, and for the families and futures waiting for them back home. This battle was not just a clash of armies, it was a clash of wills. For every inch of ground gained, a heavy price was paid, every decision made by the commanders, from the highest general to the lowest ranking officer on the ground, had life or death consequences. The fighting raged for days, then weeks. The initial landing was just the beginning of a long and brutal campaign. The battlefield became a sprawling, nightmarish landscape. Every village, every crossroads, every hedgerow was fiercely contested. The defenders fought with a ferocious tenacity, believing just as strongly in their cause. It was a test of endurance, a gruesome war of attrition that tested the limits of human resilience. The relentless pressure of the Allied forces, their superior numbers, and their unwavering resolve began to break through the defenses. Each small victory was a monumental achievement, a step closer to liberating a continent and ending the tyranny that had held it captive. The news from the front lines, carried by radio and newspapers, sent ripples of hope across the world. For the first time in a long time, it felt like victory was not just possible, but inevitable. The breakthrough, when it finally came, was decisive. The enemy lines crumbled, and the path forward was cleared. The battle had been won, but the cost was staggering. The fields were littered with the debris of war and the memory of the fallen. The silence that followed the roar of battle was heavy with loss. Tens of thousands had made the ultimate sacrifice. Their bravery would never be forgotten. They were the architects of our freedom, and their legacy is the world we live in today. The impact of this one battle was immediate and profound. It marked the beginning of the end of the war. It shattered the myth of the enemy's invincibility and revitalized the spirit of the allied nations. From this single point in time and space, the future branched off in a new direction. The world map was redrawn. New alliances were formed, and old empires faded away. The struggle between democracy and authoritarianism continued, but the balance of power had irrevocably shifted. The world entered a new era, defined by the Cold War, decolonization, and the rise of new global powers. All of these monumental changes can be traced back to the courage and sacrifice displayed on that one battlefield. But the legacy isn't just political or historical. It's personal. It lives on in the stories passed down through families, in the memories of grandparents and great-grandparents who lived through those times. It lives on in the quiet gratitude we feel for the peace and freedom we so often take for granted. It's a reminder that history is not just a series of dates and events, but a human story of struggle, sacrifice, and the enduring hope for a better world. It's a powerful lesson that the actions of one generation can echo for centuries, shaping the lives of all who come after. Let's honor their memory by striving to build a world worthy of their sacrifice. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.